Shalom. Welcome back again, man, to another episode of the Podcast.
The Mini Water Podcast, right?
Hey, Shalom, family, man. Welcome back to another episode of the Podcast, man. We back at it again today, man. You already know what this so-called month is, man. Black History Month. That's you know what the crazy part is, man. What? I didn't, I graduated high school, 3 years ago now?
God.
So, I ain't really know, I ain't keeping up with school, so if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't know it was Black History Month.
Right.
Jake got my job, you know today is? It's February 1st.
Happy February, then.
Right? Second month of the year, okay. It's Black History Month.
Oh, great.
This, man, come on.
Good.
So, it's Black History Month. Jake, at my job, he's excited, man. It's Black History Month. You know what that means? I get the white people to work for me all week. It's like, he at the job messing with the white people. He in that bad boy talking about, they looking at him like, bro, you good? You cool? Like, no, I'm good. You know what? What's what? Yo. It's Black History Month. Oh, this dude just trying. I want to bring up that Deuteronomy chapter 28. But it's Black History Month, though. But this still happening. Bring it up.
Right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
So it says, the man's eye shall be evil towards his brother. A few weeks ago. That's tough. A few weeks ago, man, you had an incident in Memphis. The brother got killed by 7 police officers. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30. But it was 7 police officers. The video was just wow, man.
God.
But actually, it turned out that once you got more information, the brother Tyreek was, messing with one of the officers.
His real.
Yeah, real.
His woman.
Yes.
For real.
Baby mother. And he got that jealous spirit. He was like, yo, you messing with him. Like, and I know what it was, because they said that, Tyreek and the woman work with each other at FedEx. You feel me?
Right.
So I know what the officer thinking. He like, yo, this brother right here, I'm a police officer, I'm making bank. And you trying to get the nigga that work at FedEx? You feel me?
Right.
Like, he like, my salary ain't good for you though. You feel me? Hey, man, bring it up.
Look, this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. That's what happened though.
That's exactly what happened.
He kind of got with his rib, right? His rib working at FedEx, right? Even though he a cop, he got a good salary. She working at FedEx, right? And now she messing with Tyreek, right? And now he get mad, and he got a gang of his homies, man, in the police force.
Police officers, man.
Right.
Police officers.
Kind of hunted him down, man. And kind of took him out.
Crazy. Basically, let's say, man, basically, she somewhat committed adultery. Well, she didn't. Never mind. Like, not saying somewhat. She committed adultery, right? And the brother was like, I gotta take action. That's what Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 54, Deuteronomy 30 like. Hey, homie built the house, man. He said that was his baby mother. So he had kids with this lady, And of course, more than likely, they probably wasn't together. And he probably still had feelings for him. He had feelings for him. He killed him. So he had feelings for him. Right. But, he find the brother. So he hunts the brother down. It was 7 deep. Yeah, I'm like, well, Cotton, man, a couple days ago, I was, I fit the description of some dude, Arguing in JJ's fish.
You're right.
You feel me?
Right after camp.
Right after camp, man. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, it's finna be me.
Right. 3 squad. You gotta tell them about it. Three. Look, it was the end of camp, right? And we did the chant at the end, right? And he gave a mighty con. Next thing you know, we go into the parking lot at JJ's Fish, and we get sworn by 3 cop cars, man. For real, man. Not a light was on, but Esau hops out the back of the car, man, right? And he say, hey, put down the gun. And what you say?
What gun?
What gun?
Put down the gun. Whoa. What's going on, buddy? That's what I'm thinking about him. What's going on?
Right.
Oh, do you got a license to carry? Oh, man, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy.
He ain't got no boy card,
I'm
man.
saying, like, what?
He don't got no gun.
I ain't got no gun. Like, look, so we had brother had car problems, so I'm thinking that okay, they was coming over trying to mess with us on some. What y'all guys doing? Just trying to check, cause you know.
Right.
Nah, he instantly got the car. Look at me for the
right.
I'm just. Oh.
You saw with the flashlight, man. Right.
Man. My brother, the good brother Burrow was like, man, he's not black. He's not black. Esau got the flash heat. What? Yo.
Now you gotta tell them what tribe you from. On the real. You gotta tell them what tribe you from. Because they gonna be like, man, you not black? You not black.
They go,
you not black.
You're not a black person.
They gonna be like, brother, you destroyed Fort like a knowledge, man.
No, you already know we repping the tribe of Ephraim in this bad boy. You already know.
See that? I'm from the tribe of Ephraim, man.
Ephraim, man.
So Berto, man, he Issachar, man. He like that's not a black man. You know?
Yeah. He saw
you not black.
What? Like, he was confounded. Like,
confounded.
And then you had a check officer. He like, man, we not going for that, man. Berto like, nah, dog.
For real.
Everybody can look at him and tell him I'm a black man. You feel me? But you hear me? Hey, you hear me speak though. I'm telling you, because hey, I could have spoke Dominican. I could have, I could have did something like that. You be like, you feel me? But of course, you know, I'm black. You feel me? I'm black, and we was on 79th and Halsted, so you know, what go through their mindset. Man, ain't no black Hispanic dudes down here.
Right.
So of course, you know, they think most people are from the tribe of Judah. We'll get into that a little bit later. So yeah, to get back to the whole situation, the brother Tyreek was messing with cops, baby mother, and the cop, of course, didn't like that. So you know, of course, he had that hatred
for his brother. First on 4-2. 4-20.
He had hate for his brother. He hawked that man down, man. Even though what's so crazy is, you see how fast all 7 officers got charged? Huh?
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
That was crazy. Like, you know when
I think it was 5. 5 that they advertised on TV they was black. Right? But there was a white cop involved, man, tasing him, and he not even his picture not up, man.
I think so. He just got paid leave time off. What's funny was, it was like talking to a guy at work. He was like, "Yo, you understand that?" He was like, "You see how fast they got 10? You already know when they had the little, when George Floyd had this incident. You know, the dude George Chavez. You know, his trial was like what, like 6-7 months?
Who? Derek Chauvin.
Yeah, Derek Chauvin.
God, yeah.
His trial was like 6-7 months after that.
Exactly. But it's raps for him.
Right.
We're gonna make an example out of these niggas.
Like the security guard my job was saying, he was like, "Man, you black before blue." He's like, they thought they was gonna be blue. They thought they was gonna get them blue rules. They get nigga. You black. You right? You feel me? You feel me?
Right.
They hit you. You ain't no police officer.
You niggas from the project.
You niggas from the project. No, man.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you thought you was gonna get the rights, huh? You thought you was gonna get the rights, buddy.
Right.
You cooked, buddy. You finished, buddy."
Right.
Nah, man, that's tough, man. Hey, let's get into this Black History Month, because like I said, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you when it comes to this month. First of all, it's the shortest month of the year. I don't understand. Like, hold on, man. let's go on Esau real quick. I don't understand that, bro. what about this month makes it 28 days? And every 4 years, once every 4 years, it just so happens to be an extra day added on.
See that?
So where do we get this from? But hey, so Black History Month is so-called the shortest month of the year, right? Hey, God, I could be wrong, but hey, a certain group, you know, they so-called got a month to themselves that's longer. If you know what I mean. You know.
Now let's kind of speak on it, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Since when is there an LGBTQ month, man?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they got a big month.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy. That's longer than Black History Month, though.
Right.
You feel me? The
And
month
then,
we're supposed to be celebrating your people just so happen to be on the shortest month of the year. You like what? The shortest month of the year. Look, you got Valentine's Day in the same month.
Right.
President Day in the same month. But this is supposed to be about your people, though. You feel me? Man, look, obviously, you know, when it comes to Black History Month, especially, you know, when you're in the public system, when you're in Esau school system, you know, they teach you things like, it was a report on Twitter, I think. We went viral, a school in Alabama, 200 kids walked out because they was like, yo, we finna do this Black History Month program, but we want to add some civil rights movements, you know, acts to it. And the school was like, hell no. Whoa, buddy. We not finna show you Martin Luther King getting did in. You feel me? We not finna show that. We not finna show y'all. I mean, you know, y'all can show Martin Luther King. You know, I have a dream speeches. Find a bald head. You know, find a dude, semi-bald head cut inside the school. Have him go up there and say the I Am a Dream speech. You know, that's good. You can do that. Hey, we can react to Rosa Parks. You know, have her sit down, and be like, nah, I'm not giving up my seat. You're not gonna sit up. I work all day. My feet is tired. You feel me? You can show that. But you're not gonna show that Malcolm X. You feel me? You ain't showing the Malcolm X. Hey, man. Look, you know when you're in Esau school system, it's certain stuff they want to cherry pick when it comes to Black History Month. They're gonna showcase, you know, the George Washington Carvers, Martin Luther Kings, of course, you know. They might show Malcolm X. They might.
They ain't gonna show no videos for real, Malcolm X. You can read. Look. You can read about Malcolm X, sure. But you think we're gonna show you a movie? No, they'll show you a Martin Luther King movie at the school, right? They'll kind of let you read the I Have a Dream speech, right? But what about the things that Malcolm did? Go ahead.
Senior year of high school, there was a lady that did great, like, amounts of research into the Emmett Till case in Emmett Till.
Right.
And she's there. And she was like, I know what really happened to Emmett Till. Do y'all want me to tell y'all? We like, hell yeah, man. He's like, of course, man. We want to hear this.
Right.
Teacher like, I don't think we should get into that. The kids shouldn't be listening to that. Before I was 17 years old, man. This is crazy, dog.
She said the kids shouldn't be listening to that.
The kids shouldn't be listening to that.
So we shouldn't be listening to the things that happen to our people.
It probably was a 19-year-old in that class. In that same library, it had to be a 19-year-old. But he's 2 years away from drinking. You feel me? Like, come on now.
And probably drinking right then anyway.
Drinking right then and there. You feel me? Like, come on now. But we too young to listen. You feel me? Like we haven't seen the pictures. Like we haven't heard the story. But like she like, right. I think we should hide it. I'm like, dang. I want to hear that.
Was this an Eve drink?
Yeah, this Eve. Yeah.
So she thought we should hide what happened to her?
She like.
So she ain't tell y'all.
No. She was going to tell us. Right. She was like, I'm gonna really tell y'all. The teacher's like, I don't think we should really get into that. Miss Cole, Miss Edomite. Hey, Diana, you had Miss Cole, right? Yeah, man. That was a large Edomite, so to speak. But hey, you feel me? You feel me? We had Miss Cole, man. She was like, I don't think, Miss Cole, you bogus, man. If you ever see this, you bogus, man. We want to learn what happened. Come on, man. Well, I should have gone get that softball back. You feel me? But hey, also you bogus. Because, hey, with the COVID hit, man, I was like, I already knowing she finna go crazy with this work.
And she said she was an atheist.
That's worse. Jesus.
She was an Edomite though?
Yeah, she Edomite.
Oh, well, all praise
Yeah, I'll pray you.
The Lord ain't for you anyway. He only loves them people, man.
Probably what? Hey, I don't want to, hey, but Miss Cole, I'm going to say, you even more bogus because when COVID hit, I was like, she finna go crazy with this work.
Right.
I logged online. I'm like, I'm already know. I checked. First assignment. 9-page annotation. I'm like, first I had to read this. And I gotta annotate this. 9 pages. While you in the crib chilling with your kids, man. Come on, now you can't make this up. But you bogus, man. You should let her forget. To get back to the original point, the Esau school system try to hide so much. Even though
Libyans and Canaanites, man. That's all those Hamites, right? Those so-called Africans, man. Right? Gun.
But like I said, once again, you know, like the school system try to hide. This is a big reason why I'm gonna bring up this precept. Why it's like a big reason why. Because once again, this comes from generation to generation. The teachers that taught us was taught this. Of course, the A teachers taught that. Let's see why this even got to that point, you know.
This is Psalms chapter 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make it to mold, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So, you know, it's like when you know, we was going back at that time, they hated that the 12 tribes, you know, was getting praised. So they was like, hey, yo, these niggas, nah, man.
Right.
These niggas living good.
Gun.
These niggas, nah, we can't have this, dog.
Right.
we can't, nah, I can't have this on my watch.
Yeah.
You feel me? They eating turkey? They eating turkey tips? Nah. You talking about eating pork? Nah. We can't have this.
Yeah. We gotta put some swine up in their mind. Right? We gotta put some pork on their food, right? We gotta get these brothers out of here. We gotta have them destroyed. Man, let's gather them and let's take them out of here. Right? Now, who's with me?
They like the bitter ex. So,
right.
Oh, this nigga living his best life. You feel me? This person living their best life. Oh. Yeah. Go on.
It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thine hidden ones.
So they take crafty counsel against that people. So, you know, go in a meeting. They're like, how can we stop these niggas? How can we stop these people? You feel me? They gathering around, keeping the feast days, wearing the fringes, man. Got the sisters with the head wraps, dress on. Brothers with the fringes on.
Oh no, these brothers are in order.
Right.
We are finished. We are finished, man.
Right. They out here hunting. They know how to fish.
These brothers know how to grow crops. Right? No, we got to do something about that.
Right,
Get these brothers up out of here,
They
man.
doing my job. You feel me? Like just think about it. What's one of the most popular Edomite jobs? A farmer. You feel me?
Yeah, that's real.
You feel me? Hey, I'm doing my job. Like, what's going on?
Didn't it say that Esau was a man of the field? Right? That's his job. Right? We want to be plain men and just kick it up in tents. But when the Lord give us that power back, we're going to have him in his rightful position, being a man of the field, man. Right? Now, verse 4. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Right? And Israel is the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, man.
Go get into that.
We
Go ahead. Get into that.
Come.
You know what? Let's get into it right now.
Come.
We get that Genesis chapter 49, verse 9.
God.
We're gonna really get into it because you know this. When we're gonna come back to the songs too, but we're gonna really get into this because we had represent Chi-Town. You already know.
God.
Big fan, you know. And he had a brother. And they was coming up. I mean, what's kind of really messed up was Kyrie didn't really even say that. He just shared the video. He was like, yo. Kyrie just shared a video, you know. He didn't really, you know, say nothing. You know, he wasn't like, oh, you know, skip Emma.
Right? He from what I've seen, he shared the picture of the show. I mean, of the movie from Hebrews to Negroes, man.
Right, just shit on Israel, man. And they like, yo, what? You know, he probably had a couple Edomites like, okay, this Kyrie like this? I gotta watch this. This what they sons, all that. Brother Donald, he was like, you know, hey, the black people are the real Jews. They,
Right.
what? What you mean?
You ain't no Israelite.
You ain't no Israelites. I'm from Africa.
Right.
That's what they was like. You tell me the black people are the true Jews. Let me get that Jeremiah 14. Two.
Jeremiah 14, too. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, right? And verse 2. It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
So the Judah mourning, we all know that the tribe of Judah mourning, man. When Brother Floyd had his incident, multiple major cities and minor cities was on a whirlwind. You feel me? We had brothers and sisters going downtown to their respective cities and going crazy, man, looting like crazy, man. That's crazy. Like that's some Judah type stuff. You feel me? It's like I know y'all for the bang. I'm like, this dude ain't the Judah, man. Like, why you trying to get on Judah? Hey, that's some Judah like stuff. You feel me? We going down there. We not even protesters, man. I heard they loot the iPhones though. I need a new charger. You feel me? I need. Are the PlayStation? Oh, this thing got the PS4s in that Target they just looted. I'm not the biggest guy.
Right.
Just hey, I'm a different person in this, different scenario. I'm a big guy, obviously, but I'm not the biggest guy. You know, I can sneak in, sneak out, go back to the crib. You feel me? But of course, you had other people that was actually down there with sticks where it's like Black Lives Matter, Black Lives. So of course, Judah is mourning.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
They're what?
They are black unto the ground.
Whoa, hold up. Imagine a white pastor saying, white pastor would be like, nah, sister, can you bring out, Jeremiah 14 into me?
Yo.
Hey, I'm gonna show you how a white pastor gonna find a way to twist this. I'm gonna show you. Just read out. Just read it.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Like, you see, Judah, they mourning. You know what I mean? They mourning. We see it all the time. Our people are mourning. We lost Sister Samantha. We were mourning. You feel me? Right. We know.
They are black unto the ground.
He said they are black, They know, of course, we're not talking about that color black. But you know what black we're talking about. Look at Sister Sherry's dress, Look at Sister Sherry's dress. In the black church, they probably read it, but they read it a whole different.
No, they're depressed. That's what black.
That's right.
They're depressed.
They're depressed.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what black means. They're mourning, so
right.
they have to wear the all black to the funeral. Black is the color.
Black is an emotion.
Right.
Black is an emotion.
You see the emo kids, so they always wear all black.
They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
They're black like the ground. If you go down to the ground, dig up some dirt, and it gets darker. It's black.
Yo, like they just butcher the verses, man.
Yeah, the black church, they'd be like, oh, they have black. Yes. Praise him, Lord. Hit the praise dance. So
right, get the two-step. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna get the man, but look, obviously, of course, it says Judah mourning. Obviously, they are black, man. So that right there's one of the main scriptures that show what you get just for in verse.
Salakia, just one. Let me grab one precept to kind of back that up. Right, in regards to the color of the true Jews, as you would say, man. Right now, let's go to the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. Right? Yeah, give me 1 second. Right? Because that's going to back that up in general. Right? So, like, slow on the sword. This is the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. Right? And this is Solomon saying this. And we know that Solomon is a Judite, man. He's from the tribe of Judah.
You the spirit.
You had that?
You the spirit.
It's right up, man. See that, man?
God.
Look, it says, I am black, but comely. It means that he's black and beautiful, man. Right? I had some brothers, man. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar. Right? And the tents of Kedar are black. Like black. So he's saying he dark skinned. Right? And it says, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun had looked upon me. Right? Now, when the sun looks upon you, we kind of get that tan, man. Right? If you wear glasses, you kind of got the tan line. You know what I'm saying? Right? That spot. Hey, if you'll see Eve at the beach with the bathing joint on, right? And they be two different complexions, man. Right? The little strap scoot over, and you see a whole line like she done got whooped or something. You know?
You know, used to play football, you know.
Yeah.
Because we had the helmet on, you got the straps, bang. Everything else was open.
Right.
So I know our skin was like just.
So you gotta wear short sleeves for the rest of your life, man. You know what I'm saying? Because up past here, man, is all a different complexion. You know what I'm saying? Like it said, look not upon me because I am black, because the sun had looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards, man. Right? And that's a part of that. It's basically Solomon saying, oh, they was angry with me down there because I was black, right? Because, hey, just look at this, right? The house nigga and the slave, the field nigga, man. Yeah. He said, my mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards. For my own vineyard have I not kept, man. Right? So kind of made him the field nigga, man. Because he dark, man. See that, man? Just let the sun kiss him a little bit more.
That's exactly what Esau did too, you know.
See, you know what I'm saying?
You know the field, you know the house niggas. You know they was in there. They was like, hey, yo, you know y'all can stay in the house, man. Y'all kind of look like us a little bit, you know.
God.
But you just a little lighter, man. You know we actually white. You guys, y'all kind of like an orangish complexion.
Man, they pink. Right? Yeah. They pink. They look like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol, man. You know? Hubba Bubba Gum. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what Esau looked like, man. But let's get to that Genesis 49 that you wanted, right?
Sorry, 41.
49 and 1. Yeah. Right? This is the book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 1. It says, and Jacob called all his sons together, and Jacob called all his sons and said.
So, of course, as obviously you get more into the book of Genesis, I think, you obviously learn that Jacob is, of course, another name for Israel, which is going to be important, you know.
I can pull that. Yeah.
Yeah. Jacob was another name for Israel, so it's kind of saying that Jacob gathered, hey, my sons come in, I want to gather something real quick, you know. I went to, hey.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32, and verse, I'm going to start at 27. And it says, and he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be no more called Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed.
So he just brought the precept that basically said that, you know, Jacob is another name for Israel.
God.
So, continue on reading.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and verse 2. Verse 1. It says, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together and hear ye, sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel, your father.
That's another, instance that you can use where.
Yeah, that's another precept.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's another precept you can use where it refers to Jacob as Israel, because of course it says, hearken to Jacob, Israel, your father, man. It wouldn't, it wouldn't, allude to something like, I wouldn't, like calling Gabar like, hey, come here, Hey, go talk to my man Gabar, aka the back.
Agent Fabio.
No problem.
Salakia, instead of the Batman, the Batman.
Yeah, the back man. Right.
We joke around, enjoy. We try to calm the mood, man. Let's go to 9.
Verse 9?
Yeah.
We'll come back to that verse. That's fire. Verse 9. This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp.
So Judah is a lion's whelp. Now, we all know lion. They're feisty. They're one of the most feisty and most known animals. And let's just say, man, the tribe of Judah, we can get feisty. We can get fiery, man. We be having ease ready,
Our ease is specifically, they are fiery, for real.
Yeah. Ease, they be ready like, hey, what you say? Hey. But we all know that, like I said, but it says that the tribe of Judah is a lion's whelp. I can't breathe out.
Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
As an old lion, who shall rouse him up? I think that the way I kind of see that is kind of like leadership, man.
Yeah,
like leadership. Like, who is gonna rouse up our people, man? Who's gonna be that person? And Esau school system trying to teach us that. It's Martin Luther King.
Let's see.
It was Martin Luther King. That's what they teach, man. I'm telling you, when it comes Black History Month, who was the first person that Esau school system thinking?
We like to thank Martin Luther King. He had this dream, and I'm glad that
he has a whole day
That's
to
what he
himself.
said.
Right. He has a whole day to himself.
Right.
I don't even think that day is his birthday. But it's like, it's Martin Luther King's birthday.
It's just Martin Luther King Day.
Right, it's Martin Luther King Day. You feel me? This man has a whole day dedicated to himself, man. He's like, come on, man. He has a whole day dedicated to himself. That's how you know they be like, this was you guys' leader.
Salakia, don't forget the streets, the avenues.
Yeah, God. Martin Luther King Avenue.
If you want to find a Jake in any city, look for Martin
Hey,
Luther King.
who's another leader? Barack Obama.
He got schools named after him.
Right. The school I went to, man. I graduated. Well, not school. The school I graduated, someone's name, Michelle Obama.
Oh, Michelle Obama. Yeah.
She in the line,
That's right up there.
she was the first lady.
Bro.
Right? She was the first lady. What she go to school with her hand out there for? What did she do?
Right.
Man, she bogus, man. She didn't. The only thing I remember her doing was changing the schools, lunches,
Right.
You feel me?
I'm gonna grab a precept for that lion, right? As an old lion, who shall rouse him up, basically, right? This is Ezekiel chapter 19. I'm gonna start at verse 1, right? It says, "Moreover, take thou up a lamentation for the princes of Israel, and say, what is thy mother? A lioness. She lay down among lions. She nourished her whelps among young lions, rather." Verse 3. "And she brought up of her whelps, and it became a young lion, and it learned to catch prey. It devoured men." Right? "The nations also heard of him, and he was taken into their pit, and they brought him with chains into the land of Egypt." It says into the land of Egypt. Right? That's our first captivity. Now watch this, right? Verse 5. "Now," because it says, "as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?" Right, verse 5. "Now when she saw that she had waited, and her hope was lost, then she took another of her whelps and made him a young lion, right? This is further on down the line, right? This is into the future, as you would say. And it says, and he went up and down among the lions. He became a young lion and learned to catch prey and devour men. And he knew their desolate places, and he laid waste their cities and their lands and desolate. Their land was desolate, and the fullness thereof by the noise of his roaring. Right? That's brothers prophesying, man. Brothers is prophesying how this kingdom is gonna fall, and it's gonna fall. Right? And it says, then the nations set against him. This is what happened in the captivity before this one. Also, man, right? Brothers would prophesy, and then, right, another captivity really just came on us, man. Right? So it says, then the nations set against him on every side. Notice it said the nations. It's not just Esau. That's that Psalms 83 that you brought out. Right? It's all them nations that conspired against the children of Israel.
Chinese, you know.
Right, God. And it says, then the nations set against him on every side from the provinces and spread their net over him, and he was taken into their pit. And they put him inward in chains and brought him to the king of Babylon. They brought him into holds, and his voice should no more be heard upon the mountains of Israel. That's that captivity now. Brought us in chains now. You know what I'm saying? And now it's going to happen again where our voice is going to be heard, and we're going to do exactly what verse 7 says, right? In regards of he knew their desolate places and laid waste their cities, and the land was desolate and the fullness thereof by the noise of his roaring. That's prophesying. We're going to prophesy that this kingdom is going to be destroyed, right? And we're not going into a captivity after this, right? After this is really Jacob's trouble, and then martyrs for Christ, and then Christ cracked that sky, right? So basically, God, you got it.
Just imagine the face on Esau's face.
When the sky crack?
When the sky crack.
What you gonna do?
That sky gonna come down. They gonna be like, yo, it's a black man.
Oh, they like, yeah. These brothers black. Oh yeah, call the Space Force, man. Call the Space Force, man. All hands on deck. Hey, China, Russia, I don't want no smoke with you.
I can already see. No.
Right.
It's not my fault. They told me. They told me that you was white, man.
Hey,
they told me that you have blue eyes. Huh?
Hey, but check it out, right? Leave it to the Hamites. A kofa noche is coming from the sky. And with the golden stool,
Right.
which is the chariot. And it's coming down, and he commanded it. Shut up, man. The Lord's going to destroy the Ethiopians too, man.
He said nobody can grab the sword out the ground.
Right, nobody can grab the sword out of the ground. I'm gonna go over there and grab. I'm gonna be the new Akofanoche, man, because I'm gonna grab that sword out of the ground, man.
I got a little joke, you know.
Go ahead.
Just play on the screen real quick. Just a little joke.
Go ahead.
Just a little joke.
Your white girl says
Lord,
the N word on live.
where it constantly is.
Nigga, please.
Play the other one. Right? Play the original one, man.
The original one?
Yeah, go back.
This is what happened on Black History Month? This is what happened on Black... Yeah, I find it good. Is it?
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Look.
Hey. Say it after me. Repeat after me.
Okay.
Nigga, please.
Nigga, please.
This is happening on Black History Month?
You see his face? Keep playing, man. Keep playing. He's just looking commander, man.
Look at her. She's like...
Serious.
She's like, I'm just playing my role. I'm just playing.
As a good Edomite slave.
I'm just playing my... I'm like, you know, and you see how she said it, too. She hit that. Nigga, please. You know what I mean? Like, no hesitation. Well, like, you just said it. You feel me? Like, This is going on with Black History Month. This is going. Hey, did y'all allow this, man?
Let's see
Y'all
that.
allow
Man.
this on Black History Month? Hey,
Yeah.
man. That's y'all.
See that, man? Let's see that.
That's y'all. You feel me? That's
For
terrible,
real.
man. But look, can you get that? Obviously, when we talking about, let's get back to the Kyrie and Kanye situation. Kyrie, like I said, we're gonna dig more into the Kyrie situation. Like I said, he shared a picture of the film documentaries from Hebrews to Negroes. I mean, from Negroes to Hebrews.
From Hebrews to Negroes.
Hebrews to Negroes. And Esau like, bro, would he just share this? Like, nah, we can't have this happening. Kyrie Irving, so you already know. They was like, man, this Kyrie we talking about. Y'all, Kyrie the same dude that said the earth flat. Y'all don't believe this dude is knowledgeable. They tried to play Kyrie like he was dumb.
Right.
Little dumb. Like the man didn't go to Duke University.
Right.
Which is one of the
He
hardest
definitely
schools.
went to Duke.
Right, which is one of the hardest schools to get into. But hey, according to Esau, probably an Edomite, graduated from a nice, public school.
Right.
Like, yeah, man, this dude is dumb. He said the earth is flat. You know what I mean? But hey, they tried to hang Kyrie. They called him anti-Semitic. His Moabite owner, the owner of the Nets, who was a Moabite, when I say his name, Joe Teskey, something like that.
Okay.
The brother was like, we can't have it happen. So, they suspended Kyrie for a couple days. And that's kind of why I want you to get that Deuteronomy chapter 28, 54 again.
Okay.
But he's suspended Kyrie. He was like, we're going to suspend you for 5 games, But then the pressure got on him. I want you to read that.
The Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom.
It's like, but, so, once again, I brought that precept out because one community that was like extremely dogging on Kyrie was the black community.
Right.
It was like, yo, why did Kyrie have to drag us into this? You hear me? We don't claim we Jews. So why you gonna shit? Why you gonna shit with a documentary that shows us we Jews? Hey man, cause Kyrie probably thinking in his mind, and these niggas need to get logic. You feel me? Y'all need to learn. Esau's school system told that, hey man, y'all from Africa. Well, we call African Americans. Y'all from Africa. Y'all came over here on boats. You feel me?
Right.
Ships. You feel me? Y'all was in slavery. We did y'all bogus. We're not even gonna count to you. That's what Esau told him. Kyrie like, hey man, let's really get down to the dig now. You feel me? I'm gonna show y'all where y'all really come from. Hey, they just dog Kyrie.
Right.
Sister I follow on Facebook, my personal Facebook account, she was like, look, she's not a sister. So like, well, she's a sister, but she not the truth. Girl went to high school with. She was like, yo, I'm tired of Kanye and Kyrie's BS. I'm just thinking to myself, me being a sports fan, I'm like, what BS has Kyrie done? I just thought about it. I look back, I'm like, okay, flat earth stuff. Okay. I really thought about it. I just looked at a video a couple days, and I truly noticed that nothing truly happened to Kyrie until he got traded to the Knicks. I mean, Nets. He signed with the Nets. Like, but basically, Kyrie had a point where he didn't take the vaccine. And when he didn't take the vaccine, the black, the whole NBA community, but especially the black community, was like, yo, what is he doing? Like, why you not taking the vaccine, bro? You out here coning. That's what they were saying. They like,
right.
Bro, you out here coning. You telling they was calling him Mega Kyrie. That's what they was calling him, man. They was like, yo, you out here really cooning. You're a black man that plays sports. You're supposed to be a positive life in our community. You out here saying you're not gonna take the vaccine? He was like it ain't that man body, man. Like it ain't his body.
Right.
Like the man doesn't practice some of the laws. You feel me?
Con. But you sure see him wearing the fringes, man.
Con.
Right?
Con.
So it's really just a basic walk and what he's doing. Like his walk ain't no different from the walk that we going through. It's just that he just has a bigger fan base, so people have more of an opinion now. Same thing with Kanye, right?
Yeah.
He over there teaching Salakia, right? He teaching or trying to teach, right? But he's not really following laws as of yet, you know. So you got it right.
But yeah, like it's like so you mad about a person not taking the vaccine? Like, come on, man. Now he comes and he didn't say like once again. I'm telling you the way the media slayed this brother.
Right.
Like a couple of days ago, he got traded. Last week, he deleted his apology letter for the, you know, he deleted his apology letter. That was the first question to ask once he got the dollars. Was why did you delete that message?
They asked that?
Yes.
Right.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Why they keeping such close contact on what he delete, man? Right?
That was like it was some newspaper articles. It's like that's my thing. I'm trying to see funny. But yeah, it was newspaper articles that had that as a headline. That like I legit had I legit got a notification on my phone that was like Kyrie deleted his apology letter. I'm like, yo, they going crazy on this man.
Right.
They stalking his page. They like, oh, he deleted the apology letter? Why this nigga ain't apologetic? He ain't learned.
So like, yeah.
Oh, he ain't learned from his mistakes. You feel me? Oh, I should ask him again. So you still think the black people are Jews? Come on, man. Like, this crazy. Like, I said once again, it was kind of like Nick Cannon. Who? Nick Cannon went on a podcast. He was like, hey, yo, if you understand, Kyrie and Kanye is getting back broken. I mean, butt broken. The person that was on the podcast, he was like, what's butt broken?
The person on the podcast?
The person that hosts the podcast that Nick Cannon was on, basically trying to tell Nick Cannon how bogus Kyrie and Kanye was moving, was like, yo, what is butt breaking? And of course, Nick Cannon broke it down. So he's like, that's when the slave would go up and obviously get beat, try to show other slaves a lesson in front of all the slaves. And the dude looked confounded. Like, I'm like, damn. They gave Buddy a podcast? Damn, that's crazy. Hey, he's like, he tried to show why black man, you know, why black man can't have, you know, that First Amendment. Look, and, you know, another thing, the First Amendment is freedom of speech. but I kid you not, man. I kid you not. When Kyrie and Kanye both spoke out, everybody wanted to eliminate that. You feel me? Like, that's the same system on Facebook. She was like, and you cannot use you can't use your First Amendment right to spread hate. What? so that's like you said, like just think about that. Just think about that. Just like you said, I'm in school and somebody just begging me, right? So I can't, you know, I can't use my First Amendment right of freedom of speech to be like, hey yo, Buddy's shoes is bogus. Well, let's keep it. Buddy ones is dirty and scratched up a little bit. I can't use that. So I can only spread good with my First Amendment right.
It's really the fact that they say speaking out on me is spreading hate. speaking about what my people is constantly doing to your people is spreading hate. I don't like that. So I need you to stop talking about it so we can do it some more. You know what I'm saying? That's really what they're saying, man.
That's
Right?
crazy, dog.
Talking about some, you can't use your First Amendment right to spread hate. It ain't hate. It's just that you hate it and you hate me. And I'm letting people know that you hate me.
He used his First Amendment right to spread knowledge. You feel me?
Right.
Get that pussy in 4 and 6. You feel me? Because, hey, you feel me? It's only right, you know?
Right.
But he used his First Amendment right to spread knowledge. Everybody thought he was spreading hate. And once again, he didn't say nothing. This man Kyrie, he just posted a picture of a film. Like, that's not even the worst things I've seen NBA players put on their Instagram profiles, on their stories. I ain't gonna get into it too much. But it's a Canadian, but plays on the Nuggets. If you know, you know. You know, you know. But hey, he didn't even say nothing. And then once again, I think the day after that happened, New York media was on him. So do you apologize? He like, yo, why do I apologize for knowing who I am? And they just like, they hit him with you would not know Israelite? you a nigga from New York. You a nigga from the Bronx. You not know Israelite? Like, they like, he going crazy. He saying that he's an Israelite? He saying that he's Jewish? Hey, you saying that he's Jewish? Oh. And it was crazy. They was calling this man a neo-Nazi and all that. They're like, yo. They was calling this man a neo-Nazi. Let me know you get to the Kanye situation. No, Kanye, you know Kanye a wild guy. So you know Kanye just gonna double down, you know?
Okay.
Push the buttons with thumb. He was like, I love Hitler. You feel me?
He was trolling.
Yeah, just trolling with them.
Kanye said,
Which is
hey, I love the Bible. The way that y'all teach it, man, I'm supposed to love everybody. I love Hitler. I love white people. I love everybody. He's just trolling, man. Right? You want to play it by their logic? Then play it like that then. Because then I'm supposed to love Hitler. He said Hitler did wonderful things for society.
Hey, being a Christian logic, you're supposed to love the devil. You
love your enemies.
Love your enemy. You feel me? Hey, being that logic.
Let's see that. I got that video for you too.
Put that video real quick.
Looking at the rewards lounge.
That's not much of a reward.
The BMO Savings Builder account gives you a cash reward every month you save.
But does BMO have VIPs?
Absolutely.
Why they gotta show Eve with a damn Edomite, man?
What are your initial reactions to meeting Maverick?
Super excited, grateful for the opportunity. Really feel wanted, and I know that they had to give up some pieces for me to get here, so I don't take that for granted. Shout out to Mr. Cuban, shout out to the whole entire front office, for the Dallas organization. I've been here for about 48 hours or a little bit more than that, and it's been nothing but a warm embrace and nothing but genuine love. So I'm just taking it 1 minute at a time and just focus on what I can control, which is how I prepare and just coming in every single day and being consistent. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this opportunity to talk about the business that we're in. It's as a player, it's very emotional because you build lifelong relationships and you want to hold on to them. And
I'm trying to do this real quick. Right. Let me see. The media. Oh, here it go. Let's go to this.
Brennan Johnson is a teacher, and he's a family man, and he's struggling to find child care.
Oh, heck no. You see that?
Man.
Can somebody please tell me why this is news? Boy, they are trying their hardest to take Kyrie Irving down. What is the big deal, Kyrie? Boy, they trying to take you out by any means necessary.
Everybody keep it competitive.
Mavs, Kyrie Irving deleted apology to Jewish community for promoting anti-Semitic film. So what?
Right.
He's not with Brooklyn no more. He's deleting the past of his Brooklyn encounters. He's moving on. So what? He deleted it. Can he go back and delete the 100 apologies that he did on camera? Boy, this man apologized like 150 times on camera, and y'all talking about a tweet. Oh my goodness. According to whatever, the New Dallas Maverick deleted his Instagram post, which he apologized to the Jewish community, anti-Semitic. He deleted the post and said that he regularly deletes old posts and that he stood by every reason he made and apologized. Kyrie over on hold on. I think this is him speaking on it.
Yeah, I delete a lot of things on my Instagram. You know, I've had things that have happened before in my life, probably not as drastic at that moment, which led to a lot of confusion and uncertainty. I felt like and what I stand for. And I had to sit up in these mics and explain to the world who I am and I know who I am. So, you know, I delete things all the time, and it's no disrespect to anyone within the community.
Oh my God.
I just live my life.
So like, yeah, right? Y'all gotta understand how he moving, man. Right? He said, man, I know who I am. I'm true to who I am. Right? And I apologize to anyone in the community. All right? He kind of talking to us, man. All right? Because the ish people, they're not in the community. All right? They not following these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? They got them bogus strings just hanging from their shirt, man. Those not real ZZs at all. I don't never see no ribbon of blue on their Z's.
Dangling ropes.
Right, just dangling ropes, man.
They have to choose dangling things, man.
Yeah, the dangling things for real, man. The things that kind of hang from the blinds, man. Right? That's not the community, right? We're the community, right? And, you know, he don't got to apologize, man. Why y'all kind of pushing that on him, man? Right? We got real doctors that really teach about us actually being the true Jews, man. Such as Dr. Rudolph Windsor, man.
Right? Say, and that goes back to what that person, that scoffer you had, man.
Ooh.
The so-called Jewish guy. Like, on your Facebook, he was like, ain't nobody that is credible would say that black people are Jews.
I'm gonna share this video and I'm gonna tag him up in there because I went to college with him. His name is Gabe. So Gabe, captivity is coming, right? And Gabe, you're caught, right? The scripture says that the heathen shall say that your fathers have inherited lies and vanity, man, right? And that's what is gonna happen, man. Like we do have credible sources. Dr. Rudolph Windsor, right? And I could read about him just real quick, right? Dr. Rudolph Windsor, this is his biography, and it's just a short section, right? It says, Dr. Rudolph R. Windsor was born in Long Beach, New Jersey after living in a number of Jersey communities. His family settled in Philadelphia, where he attended community college studying psychology and political science. He continued his educational pursuits at Gratz College, majoring in Hebrew/Aramaic studies, Temple University, where he majored in Middle Eastern studies, and the University of Metaphysics, where he received his PhD in metaphysical philosophy. Right. In addition, he is married to Mary L. Robinson, right, Windsor. Right, because he's married, and it says, and has 4 sons and daughters, and he says of his book, my motive in writing it is to give the true history of the Afro-Americans, right, and this is called From Babylon to Timbuktu, right, by Dr. Rudolph R. Windsor, and I could just name some of the chapters that's up in here, right. I'm to name some of the chapters because he gives good sources and he's a doctor, so he's a credible source. So the ish people kind of need to shut up, right? This is, let's go to, let me see. It says, the vital dispersion of the black Jews of Africa, right? Early North Africa, the Canaanites and Phoenicians in Africa, right? The black Jew, the West African Jews during the slave trade, okay? Right? The black Jews of Angola, the Jews among the Ashantis, the black Jews of Dahomey, right? Which a movie just came out regarding them, right? And that was called The Woman King, right? So that's regarding the women, right? Right. And Yoruba Jews of Nigeria. Come on now. Like, we have sources, man. And this is a doctor that went to school for Hebrew and Aramaic studies, right? And like metaphysics.
People that want to dismay the truth, they just want to be like, oh, these just some niggas that just want to be different. Like, we just made this up.
No.
Like we just like, oh, these dudes that they want to be Jews. You know? Like we just made this up. Like, it's not actual history. Man.
Right. This is history, and I'm gonna read your precept, and then I'm gonna couple that with another precept, right? Because our people just think that we niggas and we don't know nothing, right? It says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee." Right? So, go ahead. You can bring it down.
I was just saying, so like it says, my people have lack of knowledge. Our people, you know, they think, you know, our people, you know, kind of think we know a lot of things, you know.
Right.
You feel me? But it says, of course, our people lack knowledge. Once again, our people, they don't want to read this book. They feel like this is, you know, it's a whitewashed book. They feel like this is a man-made book. They feel like this is a book full of false stories. I'm going to be honest with you. We're gonna get onto that later on. Right. I'm going to be honest with a little preview. That don't make no sense. That is the most dumbest thing I ever heard. That, I'm not even going to continue. But once again, they rejected that. So God like, hey, yo, man, you rejected my knowledge. We got brothers on the street enduring the cold, man. Fingertips is freezing. We're not getting paid for this, dog. We're not getting paid for this. Free. Fingers are timid. Right. Freezing. You feel me? Toes is buzzing, blistering. You feel me, man? Just trying to teach your guys, hey, yo, man. Hey, just want to learn about the... Y'all say y'all love God, man. Y'all know that God is in this Bible. But they like, nah, man. What a brother say to us one day? Oh, I'm trying to get the prize. Right. Hey, man. Hey, us to that brother, man, because now you're a married man. A year from now, it's going to be your anniversary. But hey, you feel me? But once again, you feel me? But our people just think that we just, like we want to wake up on Saturdays and just go and just, you feel me? Just mess with them. That's what they think we doing. On Sand Life in Cottage, they think we just up there to mess with them. You know, first day we up there, at the brother over there, what is this? Oh no, I can't got this. Took the shirt off. I want you, big man. Was pointing at a brother, the tallest brother. He said, I know, you know what he thinking in his mind. He was like, hey, if I could take the big one out, if he the biggest one, oh yeah, I can get all. This is how Jake. This is how. Look, on the corner, it's a liquor store right next to the corner. You feel me? So of course, you know when you intoxicated and you're not in your right mind, you think of unrealistic scenarios. So of course he's thinking. Of course, you know how Judah think. I mean, you know how Jake think. He probably thinking like, oh, I'm finna take down all 7 of these guys. I'm finna get them to work. I'm finna go for the big one first, though, because once I take the big one down, I can take all of them down. That's probably what he's thinking in his mind. You feel me?
He's sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was a skinny brother too, man. Sadly, luckily, you know, we're cool with the brother now. You know.
Good.
But the brother man got fooled that day, man. You feel me? But right. think we out there just to mess with them, though.
Right.
Like I said, we blistering, cold, man. And also, that's another thing. The fact that the Christian religion has to tell you that you have to go to school to actually learn the Bible, to teach the Bible, is crazy. And that's another reason why I think our people don't take us serious. Because dumb fools, man. You feel me? They like, yo, they ain't got no cemetery school certificate. You feel me? You tell me these dudes teach the Bible? This dude look just like me. You heard what the elder said. Y'all not no Israelites. Y'all from the projects.
See that?
You feel me? That's what the man said, man. They like, yo, these dudes right here, these dudes that live in my community, they ain't got the big fancy cars, but we ain't got the suit. They ain't got the suit on, man. They ain't got the collection plate. They not giving out communion every first Sunday. You feel me? Right, they not doing. So you telling me these dudes can teach the Bible? That's what our people think of us. That's one reason why I feel like the Christian community, man, hey, we can bang on y'all all day long. You know, hey, once again. But honestly, that goes back to the point was, God is like, man, y'all not hearkening these laws. Y'all not keeping these laws, man. Y'all pulling the Gucci man. Man, God, like, y'all pulling the Gucci man. Yeah, how y'all up there? Y'all done her like, I know I love him. Yeah, how up that bad boy like, nigga, you don't love me. I'm like, come on, bro. You're not keeping my laws. You feel me? You're not keeping my laws. You're not keeping my feast days. Look at Leviticus. Look at chapter 7, real quick. You're not keeping my laws. You're not keeping my feast days. You're going to celebrate Easter, though. Hey, and that's the funniest thing, man. Is everybody feel like they got to show up for Easter. They don't show up for church about one day of the year. Hey, we got to show up for Easter, though, you know? Got to show up for Easter. Got to show up for grandma. You feel me?
For grandma's good cooking, man.
I'm saying, got to show up for grandma church. Oh, that's the church I grew up in. You know, they lied. They lied. You already know. You was in church sleep. You was in church in the back, waiting for the ham hocks, the pork steak. Like, come on, the pork. Let me get that up. What's that, 9?
7 and what? Right. This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 11. And they shall be an abomination unto you. What you look like, Swan? The good?
Yeah, no, it's like, because it's one way, it's like, start with this like C-L, and basically, like you look it up, you actually like look that up, it's like a baby rabbit. But it's kind of called.
Verse 5. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you.
Okay. So they say the coney, he's unclean. If you look up what a coney is, it's basically a rabbit. You feel me? And what do they call baby? What do we call baby rabbits?
Bunny.
Bunnies. So you telling me, man, that the day when everybody comes on Sunday to celebrate the resurrection. That's how the Christian church pastor be. You feel me? The day that the so-called mascot of this day is an unclean animal. You feel me? It's unclean. Come on, man.
And on top of that, they make them lay eggs. Like, what rabbit lays eggs, man?
Like, man, my grandma church, man. They always, they had a Christmas service. They be in there. When Jesus says, nobody can say no. It's a good song, by the way, man. With the Hebrew version of that song, man. Destiny Child, y'all might have a hit. But anywho, hey, you know how the little kids say their speech? Then, of course, at the end, guess what? The big surprise. The surprise where all the children is waiting for. One of the brothers dressed up in the Easter Bunny costume, passing out candy, man. Like, what is with that, bro? Like, you know that people just bring their kids so they get an Easter, They get some candy. You know what I mean? Like, it's Halloween all over again. It's just early. It's like Halloween. Then they got the Easter egg hunt. Also, another thing, they be celebrating Christmas.
Right.
Come on, man. They said, oh, it's his birthday. I don't celebrate it because of that. Y'all celebrate it because y'all get gifts, man. Y'all celebrate it because y'all get gifts. And you already know, when a little kid don't really get what he wanted. I remember it was a Christmas. The only thing I got was some boots. The only thing I got was some boots. I went to a Christmas party out there. I was like, dang. I could have, I just got the Xbox One.
You got the Fubu boots.
Right. I got the boots. I didn't even get the tails, but they was just boots. You feel me? Like, damn. But yeah, that's the only reason why y'all celebrate Christmas. Y'all be like, it's time to, man, look, man. Y'all be cooking ham on it. Y'all be praying for the ham. Let's pray for the food. We have the chitlins, ham, hawks, you feel me? Hog mogs. Thanksgiving, y'all gotta add turkey. Y'all like, oh yeah, turkey's the main one.
Right.
Yeah, you go on, you'll be seven.
It says, and the hair because it cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean to you. Right? And the hair is also a rabbit, man. So they putting unclean animals as what you would call Easter, but it was really Passover up in the scriptures. Right? I'm gonna grab one real quick. Right? And that's why you gotta do research. Because we got credible sources. Right? So let's go to Sirach chapter 6. Right? In verse 18. Right? It says, my son, gather instruction from thy youth up, so shalt thou find wisdom till thine own age. Right? So if in your own age, you'll be your old age, rather, you will be a wise man if you inquire of wisdom and instruction. Right? So you would know that things like Job chapter 30 and verse 30, right? Which we're going to go to. Right?
And the spirit wasn't you really
good.
Y'all was like, got that connection, man.
Good. Job 30 and 30. It says, my skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat. Right? You would know that the Jews, according to the scriptures, would be dark-skinned people and melanated people. Right? Right? Along with Jeremiah 14 and 2 that we read, right? Our people are black unto the ground. Right? The deeper you dig up in that dirt, the darker it gets. Right? Beautiful shades of brown. What, black? Sure. Okay.
I think he got Semitic, right?
Yeah, Semitic.
They got it.
God,
I want you to get that. Yeah, this, like the brother was saying, like, once you go back to this, and you actually, it's like, let me break it down this. When Kanye was going through this situation, they were called anti-Semitic, And I'm thinking like, okay, we all know that the prefix anti means against or not going for it. So I just looked up, what Semitic is, And you know how Esau be on Google, man. You know how they really be. They was like, the first definition was like, you're the Jewish race. First definition. I'm like, okay, these dudes funny. Right. Second definition, they kind of broke it down. People that descends from a Hebrew nation. And then you already know, They thinking they hit. Okay, they're not gonna read too much. Of course, all our people they use the first definition. They might use the second definition. Third definition was what? People that descended from Shem. And you find out more. Three of the biggest sons of people that descended from Shem was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We already found out that Jacob, Israel, you feel me? That's gonna cut, because at least to my, knowledge, the Christian church teach that,
Yeah.
They teach that, your descendants, from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's a cut to, you feel me? That's a cut to Amalek, man. So, hey, you got that piece about Semitic?
Let me see. I got Semites, right? Derives from Noah's son, Shem. The term is used to identify a diverse group of ancient people whose languages are related, belonging to the Semitic family of the languages. The world of the Semites in ancient historical times was the feudal crescent. That green land, which begins in southern Babylon, right in the east, and includes Mesopotamia, Syria, and Palestine, ending at the border of Egypt in the west. Right? It is hemmed in the mountains, seas, and deserts. Right? Basically.
God, hey, like I said, once again, Kyrie said, he was like, why y'all mad at me for knowing who I am? Kyrie learned who he was. He acknowledged who he was. He kept the commandments. He shared the video. He put the fringes on, man. Right. It's funny, with one of the first games, because I already know when Kyrie did that, he shared that everybody was probably looking up what they so-called the black Hebrew Israelites. Probably watched a couple camp videos, trying to figure out the doctrine.
Yeah, they said the black.
The black.
They kind of spit when they
right.
get black.
They put an emphasis on the black Hebrew Israelites. That's how they be.
I gotta go. Now, go ahead.
But you feel me? They probably looked up the doctrine. They probably see that, they don't celebrate holidays. So what was one of the question Kyrie? This was an interview after Kyrie that had a deep first game back. He had a good game. I think he probably dropped like 30. Question that was asked Kyrie wasn't even about a game. It was, are you celebrating Thanksgiving? Not knowing that Kyrie is from the tribe of Gad, man, which is Native Americans.
They probably did know that. I think they did know that.
They did.
Yeah.
They probably did know that.
To kind of embarrass him out there, bro.
Yeah,
they would have had them questions.
Oh, so are you celebrating Thanksgiving? Oh, you really with these black Hebrew Israelites? They try to shame this man any way they can.
Right.
Cause he shared a video. Kanye lost millions of deals. Had his so-called, Jewish personal trainer, like, oh yeah, he takes medication. We need to get you your meds back. Try like the man's stupid. This man Kanye was a genius, like celebrity. The man made, the man made record-breaking hits. The Graduation album, one of my favorite albums. But even before that, dude, art was crazy. It was kind of funny, the art school that, he kind of went to,
Right.
They kind of took his degree away.
For what?
After the comments.
How you gonna take a brother's degree away? He went to school for that. You know what I'm saying?
All over him saying that. All over him just being like, yo,
That's crazy.
I'm an Israelite. You feel me? I'm a Jew. You feel me? All because he said I'm a Jew. They like, this nigga say he a Jew? He Jewish? Nah, dog.
Take away his credentials.
You from Chicago. We know you from Chicago. You from the south side of Chicago. Nah, dog. You're not no Jew. They taught this, though. They learned their knowledge. Our people don't want to learn their knowledge. They just cool with being a nigga. You feel me?
Right.
What the brother tell Iwan Sabar?
Oh, you was born a nigga. You gonna stay a nigga. You gonna always be a nigga. Your mama, daddy, granny, daddy, and all of that, they niggas too. So you can never stop being a nigga. And you not no Hebrew. You just a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. That brother Iwan Sabar, mighty brother, learned his knowledge. Walk in the ways of the law, statute, commandments. And the brother was like, you a nigga. Nah, dog. Nah, bro. Reverse the rules. The brother trying to keep the law, statute, commandments. He want to get in the kingdom. You a nigga. You feel me? You want to be a... Hey, man. Trying to discredit the brother. And this dude was wrong. He was wrong. The brother Iwan Sabar was like, why y'all celebrate Thanksgiving? The brother was like, oh no, that's an Indian holiday. That's an Indian holiday. The Indians gave that to... The Indians taught the Pilgrims that. I'm like, bro, you going on what you learned how? We all learned that story in school, man.
Yeah, in elementary school.
Bro, we all learned that story, you feel me? They didn't really want to teach us the real story, so they had to be like, oh, the Pilgrims came onto the land, they met the Indians. Like, the Indians gonna be cool with that, bro. Like, the tribe of Gad was gonna be cool with that.
Right.
Like, yo. Like, they just gonna be cool. Really? They coming on our land? Native Americans, who y'all call Indians, who are known for hunting, was just gonna let you Esau, the white people on their land, and be cool with it? And like, you know what? Y'all guys here, so let's have a feast. Come on, dog. He basically told the brother, I want some more, man. That's not pagan. That's not a pagan holiday. The Indians, that was an Indian holiday. Like, come on, dog.
Right.
Like,
in Slovakia, that's why they got the Super Bowl tonight with the Chiefs versus the Eagles.
Right.
Kansas City Chiefs versus Philly Eagles?
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles.
And there, Gad versus
Esau.
Bring us on up.
Okay. Let me regarding that, right? Let's go to Genesis chapter 49. Right. Just regarding the Chiefs versus the Eagles, right? And I'm rooting for the Chiefs.
God.
I'm sorry. All right, just for the name's sake. All right. Now, this is the book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last, right? Because he gonna get that victory in the last, right? Hey, so I'm rooting for the man. Hey, Lord willing, man.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pat Mahomes, man, you already know. We know. He still trapped the Jew, man. You know, his dad black. That man, he black too. Right. After the game, you know, last week, 2 weeks ago, he was like, you know, we're smoking on that Joe Burrow. You're black. You're a black guy. I don't know why, you know. I guess he decided to dip in the milk side, but hey, he a black guy. Hey, got the mighty pictures in the back, you already know. Just a little slideshow. But hey, Chiefs, you know, we're going for the Chiefs, man. Yeah, like I said, brother Kanye and Kyrie, they thought they got executed. Exiled, man. They got butt break in front of the whole world. Kanye lost all his deals, man. Lost millions. Had people calling him crazy. Because he was fighting.
Right.
And some people thought, they was like, yo, everybody think Kanye is crazy, but like, I truly think this dude is fighting against the Illuminati. He's trying to get out. And y'all call this man crazy.
Right.
You feel me? Kyrie just shared a film. And our people was like, yo, they just, the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, so Kyrie had to have sensitivity training. Like, what?
Right.
Over posting a film. Didn't say nothing. But Donald Sterling didn't need sensitivity training.
Oh, bring that up.
You feel me? Donald Sterling didn't need sensitivity training. Deshaun Jackson just shared a link that said that black people are Jews.
Hey, all right. What about Skip? Right when the brother fainted on the field, man, and them had a heart attack or whatever the case was, man. Skip didn't need no sensitivity training when he basically said that brother didn't matter.
Right. Said that.
You know what I'm
After
saying?
the dude just had a heart attack on the field.
He told him, hey, you stopping the game, get back up and get back on the damn field.
Right.
You know, same as with Donald Trump. When Colin Kaepernick, when he took a knee.
Right.
And he said, Donald Trump cursed him out, talking about how dare you take a knee, you son of a... He said, get your ass back up and get back on that damn field and play the damn game.
And LeBron
son of a...
Right, and LeBron commented, and Donald Trump told him to shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and like Deshaun Jackson, who shared a picture, same thing as Kyrie, he just took a quick picture of a book he was reading, just said the black people are Jews. They had the man executed and made this man go to a Jewish museum. They made this man go to a Jewish museum before he could sign for an NFL team. He was a free agent. That's crazy.
So now we see that they're going to continue to be like this, especially towards us, right? Just to keep our voice silent, right? Like we read up in Ezekiel chapter 19, right?
So I want to hit on a quick little topic, real quick. Move aside from Black History talk. We gonna get on to these. Oh, you guys. Oh, y'all teach from y'all teach and y'all learn knowledge from man-made books. Hey man. So we gonna. I'm gonna spot the.
Hypocrisy.
The hypocrisy. And this sound. They're like, cause look, this what got me the idea. I'm on Clubhouse,
Right.
Corey decided to start a room he was like, I want the Israelites versus the game bangers. They was on the room. And Corey was like, it was just some random dudes from Whack Room. They decided to come up there. They seen that Whack 100 was in the title, so you already know. They subscribe to the Whack 100 show, man. So you already know they instantly going to it. Anytime they see Whack, they going to it. They got to defend Whack. They got to defend Whack. So they hop on the room, and a dude was like, Corey, they was like, hey, who are you guys? We're just in this room, Who are you guys? Corey's like, man, we're Israelites. The first thing, Corey couldn't even finish where that man said, we're Israel. Y'all dudes that believe in man-made books. That's crazy. They couldn't finish the sentence. Y'all, come on, dog. And this was, I'm like, yo, if you use that logic, you got people that's going to school, getting in major debt over man-made books.
Right.
You feel me? You come on, man. You were taught by man-made books. Like I said, once again, since we ain't got no cemetery certificate, we so-called can't have knowledge. Just like Esau tell you, you gotta have a teacher's degree. You feel me?
to teach somebody.
To teach math. You feel me? To teach you. Come on, man. And we gotta get math because even some of the math teachers will get math questions wrong.
Math teachers?
Yeah, they be getting some of the questions wrong. But you feel me? They be like, y'all teach from man-made books. You know how that sounds? You know how dumb that sounds? Man. It's like, yo, let's get that. Cyrac chapter 27. Go to the book of Cyrac because when you guys use this, right? Or you guys teach from man-made books, go back to the law of Hosea 4 and 6. I was like, I want to bring up a scenario. We was dealing with a brother one day. The brother was there. He pulled up on 7-Eleven yesterday. You know, he had this little shorty with him, so he was like, I ain't gonna deal with these niggas this time. This second time we dealt with this brother twice. So bald head brother, you know, he ain't keeping no laws. So the brother was like, my one brother's a Christian, my other brother's a Hebrew. They can't get along, they're arguing. I'm thinking like, how did we let all these man-made books come between our love? You feel me? And you cut him. You cut him. He's like, I'm a thinker. He's speaking with a thinker. The Bible was like, oh yeah, you're a thinker? What's 2 plus 2? And he was like, oh, this nigga's gonna get me. He walked away. You're thinking with a thinker. But basically, when you guys make this statement that you're teaching from a man-made book, you know they call us a man-made religion. They call it? Some people call us that.
That's Salakia though, right? They talk about, oh, everything y'all learn is from a man-made book.
Yeah.
When is your birthday?
Right.
How do you know that? Is it not in a man-made document?
The calendar.
Right, on a calendar. Is it not on a birth certificate?
Right.
Did not a man make your birth certificate?
It's a lot of y'all can pull that 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 21.
Okay.
I'll break that thing down.
Like, that's crazy. You already know.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after.
It's like 22. Okay.
But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. Is that what you wanted?
I think it's First Peter.
First Peter chapter 1 verse 21.
Yeah, probably interpretations.
Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 21. Right? It says, that's not it. 1 Peter 1 21. I just read 2 and 21.
First Peter chapter 2 verse 21.
Yeah, 2 Peter's chapter 1 and verse 20. 20 and 21. Yeah, 2 Peter's 1 and 21. Yeah, so
This 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. Right? For a prophecy came not in old time by the will of men, but holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost. Right? So basically they talking all that man-made joint. No, it's inspired by the Most High God, right? And the Most High God put his words up in our mouth, right? For us to write down and make a book. I'm gonna grab one more, right? 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right? So the Lord made it. Right? The Lord created the book. He just told us to publish it. Right?
Sorry. That's what.
Black Jews.
Oh, you said what precept you got? What precept did you put?
That was 2nd Ezra 15 and 1 and 2. Right? This is
Black Jews.
what? Bring it up.
Nah, you just in the spirit, dog.
What?
That's the next one, right?
Come. Oh, praise.
You ain't the brother of the spirit, man. You already know, like I said, that dynamic duo.
Check this one real quick.
This is the book from Babylon to Timbuktu by Dr. Rudolph R. Windsor, right? Page 90. Right? It says the black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes. They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
Whoa. And what?
And written records with them.
And we got an advantage because we carried our books.
Right.
We carried our Bibles.
See that?
Which had our histories and our laws and written records. You know?
And it says, this assured them a constant precedent for the development of a higher social organization. Because of the stability of the black Jewish culture, the Jews were not absorbed into autochthonous population. In fact, the Jews absorbed some of the native tribes. The Jews made use of every opportunity. They were an industrious and skillful people. The Jewish Ghanaians, right? The Ghanaian states were found kings, princes, governors, generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, right? Engineers, doctors, historians, language interpreters, mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leather workers, potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturalists, and etc.
Everything.
God.
Because we kept our records. Etc. Yeah. And I'll get one more. Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Yeah, 4 verse 5 and 6 and 7. So this is us keeping our records, you know, written in books, like a record. You're recording something, you're writing it down, or you're recording it on a video, or you're recording it on an audio. You know, it's information that you're storing, right? So Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5 through 7. And we said we had an advantage because we kept our records that was written in books that pertain only to us. And since we had our blueprint, everybody else that tried to come around us, they had to conform to us in the blueprint we already set up because we were already stabilized. That's why we didn't follow anybody else. We already had our laws and cultures written in books, right?
It's Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6.
5.
Behold, I have told you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land. Where do ye go to possess it?
Right? In the land wherever you go to possess. Remember, we went from Jerusalem and left into West Africa. Right? The Lord had taught us statutes and judgments. That's in the books. Right? Even in the part of the laws, the first 5 books of Moses, it said every king of Israel had to write the laws themselves. The 613 laws, they had to have their own books of the laws of the Most High. They had to write it down themselves. And the kings had to carry their own books of the laws of Yahweh Shem Rashad. So he said, wherever you go to possess any land, what happens? You keep that wisdom and the commandments. That's why the other nations started following us instead of us following them. Right? You know?
Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom.
Right. Keep them books. Because it is your wisdom. Right? You know?
And your understanding. In the sight of nations.
See? In the sight of the nations. So now they're looking at how the hell these people are so wise. How they can have a blacksmith, king, queens, all of these different things. You know? How they got different language interpreters. All of this stuff. Right? Goldsmith, all these different stuff. Why? Because of the Bible. And our customs which we kept wherever we went. It's like a McDonald's. You know, they just need one blueprint of the McDonald's, and they can make that same McDonald's all over the earth, all over the world. Right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know, just a quick cut on them. How you?
You know that precept is like, H.O.I.I basically commanded Moses in his word. Like,
yeah, Deuteronomy 18.
That's Deuteronomy 18.
Yeah, 18, 17, 18 on that.
Is that Deuteronomy 17, 18?
Deuteronomy 18. Yeah, verse 17 and 18.
Okay. Because I feel like people try to play with Moses lately, man. When y'all was in Detroit, y'all had a brother that was like, that tried to look up an article. He was like, the article said that Moses, ain't no, evidence that Moses was ever on the earth. You feel me? My brother tried to look that up. Esau, they recently came out with a picture of Moses, and that dude was looking like Hulk Hogan. Like Moses out here, like Moses out here, like, listen, brother. You feel me?
With the tablets?
Listen, brother. Listen, brother. Keep the commandments or die. You feel me? Come on, man. First Thessalonians. Okay, you know, it's going to be the last precept. We're going to show a little video just to piggyback on the Black History thing. Last name, we're going to close out. When y'all be like, yo, y'all teach from man-made books, you can make a whole lesson on this. Maybe my next lesson just going to cut that whole thing, you know. This is why, this is one of the worst things I want to say. If a person came to me like, hey, yo, you know the Bible is a man-made book. You know the Bible is a whitewashed book. You know,
this is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast to that which is good.
Prove all things, man. Hey, look, man, if you gonna come up here, you gonna, y'all, what y'all think y'all do is y'all gonna be like, y'all think y'all try to break our pride. Like, we just gonna, like, dang, they got me. I think y'all gonna break our pride, man. I think y'all gonna try to embarrass us. Like, well, y'all teach from a man-made book. Y'all understand this from a man-made book. Like what? Like a couple weeks, I seen a TikTok. I should have shared it to the group chat. Cause it was dumb. This dude, like, some dude, atheist. You think God made meat? You think God made animals so they could be eaten?
Yes.
Right? You think God made
You eat chicken, don't you?
Right. You think God made animals so they can be eaten? Y'all guys running from this so-called book that just read, like, your ass is not read Leviticus 11. It tells you what you can eat and don't eat.
Right.
And you in there talking about, you telling me God made a pig and got y'all eating pig? We're not supposed to eat pig. You feel me? You tell me God made some turkey. He wants y'all to cut the turkey up, process it, you know? Like, yes, no. You know, I mean, obviously, we wasn't processing it back in the day. We was just going, straight in.
Right.
Cooking it straight in, seasoning it. But, now they process it a little bit. They got ground turkey and all that. But the brother was like, yo, like, come on, man. Prove to me. But you can't prove. Why? Because you're an atheist and you don't believe in the Bible. You don't believe in God, which means you don't believe in the Bible.
Right.
That's why I think they might be one of the most easiest people to cut.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Because, like, they just don't know the scriptures.
I think that's Psalms 53 and verse 1, man. It says that a fool says in his heart that there is no God, man. Right? You got two types of atheists. So, in theory, atheism is a religion in itself. Right? You got one atheist that thinks that there's no God at all. Then you got an atheist that's like, I just believe in higher power, but not that higher power. Like, come on now. Like, which one? Right?
Like, hey, you gotta prove, man. We asking brothers like, hey, man, we got that before, brother. Like, oh, y'all talking man-made book. You like, prove it. You know how they be, or we'll say something. We'll say a certain scripture. It's probably usually the part scripture or something else,
Right.
Or no, it's usually Deuteronomy 7:6.
Right.
You feel me? And they'd be like, oh, no. We'd be like, hey, bro, you gotta prove that. Oh, you know, I left my Bible at home. You feel me? I left my Bible at home. Nah, nigga. You didn't leave it. You don't know it. You feel me? So you just trying to make yourself look cool, like, nah, man. You know, I gotta get down the street. You know, I gotta get back home. Nah, dog. I mean, that concludes the lesson. I just want to finish on one video, you know, one little video. Just to dig back to the Black History Month. Well, people don't know it. It was on the video. This video comes from Stanford University, which one of the hardest schools to get into. Like,
there were black people in there?
Nah. No, man.
I thought we was just idiots.
Hey, being that old man on camp, we just some niggas from the project. You know what I mean?
Right.
You niggas go to college?
You ain't no doctor.
Right.
You just a nigga from the projects.
Right. You just a drug dealer.
Right. He'll tell Michelle Obama. Right? You ain't no first lady. You just a nigga from O Block.
Right. O'Blockian.
Yeah.
Like black
you know what I'm
people
saying?
say, O'Blockian.
You got it on your phone? You can scream there.
Got it. Found it. Yes, sir.
Teachers and schools are celebrating Black History Month, but there are still many misconceptions and misunderstandings about the past, present, and future of this celebration. So today, I thought we'd go back to the beginning. Hi, this is Mike Hines, and I'm a professor here at the Stanford Graduate School of Education, where my work focuses on the history of America's schools. What we now know as Black History Month had its beginnings as Negro History Week, which was invented by the famed historian, educator, and activist Carter G. Woodson in 1926. Negro History Week was a direct challenge to traditional curriculum of the time period, which often degraded and dehumanized Black people. Negro History Week was also inextricably linked to Black calls for social and political equality. More than just a chance to talk about a few notable achievements, Negro History Week was a call to action. Although Negro History Week became one of his most widely known interventions, it was only part of Dr. Woodson's efforts to develop, democratize, and disseminate information on Black history. He also pursued this work through the establishment of the Association for Negro Life and History, its journals, the Journal of Negro History, and the Negro History Bulletin, and textbooks, speeches, pamphlets, and materials for every grade level, from college down to kindergarten. Now, Woodson didn't do this work alone. Moving from idea to reality took the dedication of thousands of Black teachers, most of them women, who were largely responsible for shaping the celebration through their work in the classroom. It also took the work of entire communities, including churches, fraternities and sororities, libraries.
Oh, hell. I know y'all just, what?
Fraternity?
Churches. Hey, I'll at least say this. At least I would hope, that the fraternities back then ain't like the fraternities now. You feel me?
The Q does.
Right.
Niggas. Queer dogs.
Right.
Questionable dogs.
Niggas just want to dance and shit. You gonna
questionable.
They hit them with the yay. Like,
hey, Black History Month used to be Negro History Week. We only had a week, right, to rent, and they pushed the slave trade up in that week for all 7 days.
This reflected Woodson's desire continue to be what it always has been: a celebration, a stinging indictment, and a call to action, all in one. Southern Poverty Law Center and other sources still shows that the far from our goal, honoring the multiple into the 2020s has largely made Black History Month irrelevant. Or, at worst, singling out Black history is actually counterproductive to broader efforts at inclusion.
That's great.
Although we may have made progress, however, research from the Southern Poverty Law Center and other sources still shows that we are far from our goal of honoring the multiple voices in our classrooms and challenging dominant narratives.
Right, so you threw us,
At the same time,
on the damn
new and emerging
For
movements.
speaking for our people and our people only.
R.G. Woodson himself was
You do it
cautiously
all on
Is
the
that Jesse Smollett? Go back. Because they made that, they tried to make that seem like an old picture. Look at this. Look at this. They tried to make this seem like an old picture.
At the same time,
Look at this.
Put the black and white filter on.
Yeah, they did, man.
call out for historical context, which our schools simply fail to provide.
Look at that, man.
So what is that? What's that, 1950s?
No, that was Jesse Smollett, man.
That's what I'm saying. What was that, the 1950s? The hell out
See
of
that,
here.
man?
Elevated our students.
With the Instagram
And that's the Edomite, man.
But we're not.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
mad because his sister was
So Black History Month.
You know, he was part of the alphabet community inside the show.
Call to
Yeah.
action.
We had the Nigerian nightmare scheme.
Right.
Basically, at the end of the day, the brother was like, even the creator of Black History Month didn't even want Black History Month to go as far as it did.
Right. To prosper.
Right. He just wanted it. Right. We got now. He just wanted, just showcase the black people, trying to teach. He was teaching like, nigga was teaching the Bible, but then he just wanted to show that. They was like, nah, we gotta take it to a brighter. We gotta take it to brighter lights.
Right.
We gotta showcase Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. Man, like they throw Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks in your face.
Those are the only two people you know out of the whole Black history.
Yo, you thought the only two people in history that was black, man.
Right.
Where the hell everybody else come from?
Then him and George Washington Carver. Man.
That's it.
Thank the Lord for peanut butter.
Right.
Right, that's all that they give us.
You feel me, man?
Right.
They give us a
Hell
few.
no.
They just teach us, like the person that made hair products. That's Black history.
Right.
You feel me? That's like he said, oh, this man right here made jerk chicken Alfredo.
Good.
Right.
That's Black history now? Hey, man. At the end of the day, the Most High ain't dealing with that. He ain't dealing with Black history, but
If you're going to teach the Black history and Black History Month, then teach it right, man. Right? Teach that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the Bible. And that's it. Teach us who our enemies are, and that's how we'll progress. By building with each other in general.
it's only right I got ended off. It's only right,
What, them locking you up? You said that cut.
I need to be bogus now, I'm telling you. Get that back in blood with TS, man. You gotta end it off, man. Like, with that, man. You gotta, this family podcast, we gotta end it off, man, with that true music,
God.
I know, man. The OTS Black and Blood, man. Everybody be singing black. They be saying, the world be black and blood.
Or the B.I.B.? Huh?
Come.
Yo, brothers in blood, back in blood.
God.
Brothers in blood, gonna get it back in blood.
Hey, brothers in blood, back for blood.
God.
Right.
Huh?
I'm crazy y'all about to take y'all outside now.
Everybody listen.
Hey, that was a hit. Huh?
lights in summer, but was dripping summer's blood. I ain't trying to glorify it, that's just simply what it was. I've been going through it ever since I was a jitterbug. Work on Section 8 EBTs while practicing pressing us. We running down on each other like why we do they job for them. Then we locked up looking at them to help niggas looking dumb. Brothers numb to the pain on all these pharmaceutical drugs. We would get it back in blood, yeah, how wish I come in and clutch. I'm improving, press the button, even if I turn to dust. Pray before I go to sleep, Glizzy right next to the bed. I know angels watch over me, but still got one in the head. Ain't no other way to say it, feel like Daniel in the den. I'm cool with lions, gorillas, but not no snake, but that shit dead. If to America, God gon' get it back in blood. Jeremiah 51:20, I'm loading up this drum. Only devil from the slums can't help this shit, it's in my blood. I'm like God play with my children, I'ma get it back in blood. Exodus 17:15, now when they be blue and gold. You know a soldier never likes my personal favorite stone. Understand how to be solitary, but I'm not alone. I might be in West Orlando or Fort Lauderdale with some zones. Niggas say I'm acting different, next thing you know I'm a clone. Best you leave me alone, my two-tone gon' make sure I get home. You know, cause I know I hit out, I'ma get it on my own. I come up with rappers, still so better than you feel so much. You sick our heritage, but we gon' get it back in blood. You can keep your reparations, you ain't even got enough. Internet, prophets sending threats, but we know it's a bluff. Cyber banging on the net, dude, I thought you was a thug. If you don't come from Jacob, nigga, you can't hang. 12 tribes on the rise, fuck your game. Stay on no affliction, make them feel my pain. Only hope is that this place go up in flames. Beating on my chest like I'm an ape, I might go AWOL. Don't come for my kindred, you don't really wanna face off. You can try to run it till you say, but this ain't baseball. Chopper like a pool stick, hit him in the same ball. You know I'm serving the goat, G.O.D., the wicked be serving the gold. Thinking you safe, but you ain't even close, you choke. Every time we pull a pole, better repent when the AOD knock at your door and making you give up the ghost. As soon as a miracle grows, I'm cracking the toast. Cherry is making me flow. Niggas be killing they own, I don't understand. The shit is retarded to me. How you forget about 400 years of oppression, cause they the ones started the beef. Showing you niggas your enemies, but you don't wanna see, you wanna harbor with thief. Taking from us, yeah, they all wanna leash. It don't make a difference, they all gotta cease. Lily on my neck, it's not a star, don't get it twisted. I be rocking fringes, border blue, but I ain't crippin'. Meditating in the scriptures, trying to be consistent. We gon' get it back in blood when it's time through the spirit.
Alright, now we about to really close it out. We about to really close it out. Let's get it.
I shoot myself down south. I shoot myself down south. Kingdom of everything. Kingdom of
Hold on.
everything. No surrender, no retreat. No surrender, no retreat. No surrender, no retreat. You gonna get this work back. You gonna get this work back. You gonna get this work back.
God.
With that, praises, man.
Oh, praise.
We got one more. Find out, goddamn. It's the ending credits.
Cat with the big face, man. All you see is teeth in the front.
All right, cut. All praise. Many Waters Podcast ain't gonna stop because we always try to move fast. Now we about to bring the brass because we about to have a blast. All praise rising up to the top class. Many Waters in the building. Kwame Yeshua. OG, double OG, double G, Gorilla Gadon, King Khan. Silverback, the back. The back. You know what I'm saying? The back. The back. All right. So with that, Kwame Yeshua.